Bright Light City gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the UNLV Rebels return team didn't help matters out much there. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The return is tackled down at the 46, and the South Carolina offense will
So South Carolina's offense will get the ball for the first time. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Makes the catch. It's Sanders. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25, he's got room. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
9, UNLV 0.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had it.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Excellent field position here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Bulls his way forward. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. the UNLV offense ready to return to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looking for a block. It's McDowell. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Fernandez. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Bringing it back, it's McDowell. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field, looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. He'll get rid of it. It's caught downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He's looking to throw. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And they did tack on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pocket starts to collapse. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Offense getting set for first down. This guy can throw it. Escapes the sack. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Sellers. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Takes the easy completion. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just
headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. First and goal. Try to hold it to a field.
Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Buying some time as he moves left. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On the move out of the end zone. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
The give on the inside. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. On the return, it's McDowell.
The return is tackled down at the 37, and the South Carolina offense will take over. First and 10.
This should be the last play of the quarter. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's going to take off. At midfield, he's got room. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's got room. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Finds his tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Now adjusting. And he'll be ushered out of bounds at the 3.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
UNLV, 0.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They're going to run it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. To the air. It's Fernandez. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Running it back, it's McDowell. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Unleashes it on the run. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question that quarterback was going to do that one. Nice job.
Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They're bringing heat. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Touchdown, South Carolina! And how about the kicking game coming up with a play? They'll try to add another to their lead. Back to throw. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's McDowell. Slips through the line. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The offense set for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play from the 30-yard line on 1st down. He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. Keeps it himself and gets the first. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. On the move to his left. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who Once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
The Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You know, we just went into half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
0.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open this third quarter with a run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Fernandez. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
Pressure coming.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He'll bring it back. It's McDowell. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Line gets set, first down. Buys a little time. Fires to the big fella.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Caught near the sticks. It's Sanders. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the pummeling has started. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He'll ride his man on the option. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big third down. Looking for a man. It's Fernandez.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they...
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Ball in the air, intercepted! Touchdown, Gamecocks! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return! And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
He leaves it with his back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the punishment has been extended. That return man saw daylight. It's a fake. The holder's going to try to toss it. He runs into the end zone on the fake. What a gutsy call to come up with a 2-point conversion there. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Fernandez. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Yeah, that seems about right. Defensive touchdown. Absolute catastrophe for this offense.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he's out of bounds, just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Try to get it to the edge. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the stomping has commenced.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner goes down. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have run a better route.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Rebels will punt this one away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Getting some heat. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Running it back, it's McDowell. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score! Touchdown, South Carolina!
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did, and David.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. To the air, it's Fernandez. All bottled up, and now the ball is free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Looking to move it through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Got it behind the line. It's James. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Trying to get to him.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
The Rebels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block. It's McDowell. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football. I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down the way they have.
For the 3rd time in this game is going to be a safety. They've got a touchdown worth of safeties. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do. South
Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Here comes the offense on second down. Feeling some heat. Slings it downfield. Finds a man by himself. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After the misfire, now on second down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He'll pull it down. Powers through the defender. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single play. 3rd down, nothing open, he makes it happen.
Touchdown, South Carolina! And the beatdown has ensued. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's James. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking downfield, it's Fernandez. Coming after him. Here's trouble, ball's out. Loose ball squirting all over the place, and it went out of the back of the end zone. That'll be a safety. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. On the return, it's Harbor. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the pummeling has started. PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle, it's White. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the move, it's McDowell. Smashes ahead. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin them deep. Bringing it out. And the returner will be dragged down. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Looking for a block. It's Harbor. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd.
Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Dropping back, it's Sellers.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to add another. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. He'll run into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. One more play to pad the stats. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.